Welcome to the Veridion Briefing. I am Sloan Mercer with the Veridion Group, a private intelligence and security consultancy. This is a special edition, and today we are covering an incident that involves a former NFL star, a First Amendment auditor, the Tampa Municipal Office Building, Florida public records law, selective video editing, and a security officer whose side of the story has never been told. In January 2026, Warren Sapp, Chuck Bronson, and another First Amendment auditor entered the Tampa Municipal Office Building, the office complex adjacent to City Hall. They demanded to see the mayor. They did not have an appointment. When they were told the mayor was not in the building, they escalated. What happened next was recorded on 2 cameras. One belonged to Chuck Bronson. The other belonged to the on-scene security officer. Chuck Bronson published his footage on YouTube. It was edited. It told one story. The security officer's footage was not published. It tells a different story. We have obtained the original unedited security video, and we are going to show it to you at the end of this briefing. But first, I want to walk you through the legal framework, the first-hand account, the pattern of behavior, and the business model that makes these confrontations profitable, because without that context, no video from either perspective tells the complete story. Let me start with the law, because this entire incident revolves around a fundamental misunderstanding of what Florida's public records statute actually requires. Florida. Chapter 119 is one of the broadest public records laws in the country. It states that state, county, and municipal records are open for personal inspection and copying by any person, and that providing access is a duty of each agency. That is a powerful and important law. It is one of the reasons Florida government is more transparent than government in many other states, and it should be protected. But Chapter 119 does not do what many First Amendment auditors claim it does. The statute governs access to records. It does not create an unrestricted right to roam controlled government space. It does not compel face-to-face access to elected officials. It does not override building security protocols. And it does not convert an executive office suite into a drop-in public forum where anyone can demand a meeting with the mayor based on the assertion that their name should be sufficient to get in. The statute explicitly frames records access as something that occurs at a reasonable time, under reasonable conditions, and under the supervision of the custodian or designee. That language matters. Reasonable time. Reasonable conditions. Under supervision. Those qualifiers exist because the legislature understood that transparency and operational security are not mutually exclusive. You can have robust public records access and also have controlled access to government buildings where elected officials and their staff work. Chapter 119 also includes a fee-shifting provision in Section 119.12 that allows a prevailing party in certain enforcement cases to recover attorneys' fees. That provision is important because it makes public records litigation economically viable when an agency genuinely mishandles a request, but it also helps explain why Chapter 119 has become not just a legal tool, but, for some content creators, a commercial instrument. We will come back to the business model later because it is central to understanding why these confrontations happen the way they do. Now let me walk you through what actually happened inside the Tampa Municipal Office Building, based on the first-hand account of the on-scene security officer. On a Thursday in January 2026, Chuck Bronson, Warren Sapp, and another First Amendment auditor entered the building. The building houses the mayor's office, the chief of staff, the chief financial officer, and other senior city administrators. According to the security officer, the group claimed they wanted to visit the mayor. They did not have an appointment. The mayor was not inside the building at the time. When a Tampa police officer asked Warren Sapp what his business with the mayor was, Sapp responded in substance that he did not need an appointment and that his name was sufficient to secure access. That response is revealing because it frames the encounter not as a records request, but as an assertion of personal privilege. Chapter 119 does not recognize celebrity status as a basis for bypassing executive office access protocols. The law gives every person equal access to non-exempt records. It does not give anyone, regardless of name recognition, the right to walk into the mayor's office unannounced. According to the security officer, Warren Sapp then became openly and verbally hostile toward the Tampa police officer. The encounter escalated in volume and intensity inside a municipal executive office environment. The security officer states that 2 employees remained inside the mayor's office in fear while this was unfolding. In response to the escalation, the security officer repositioned behind Sapp. The officer's stated purpose was to guard the entrance to the mayor's office and protect the staff inside the suite. That positioning was later portrayed in Bronson's published video as threatening. But on the first-hand account, it was a standard protective posture designed to secure a restricted access point during an escalating encounter. In security operations, positioning yourself between a potential threat and the people you are protecting is not aggression. It is the baseline of access control. Now we come to the moment that matters most, and the moment that the edited video did not show. According to the security officer, another auditor moved near the edge of a restricted zone. Warren Sapp then turned and crossed the threshold into the area leading to the mayor's office. This is the hinge point of the entire incident. A public building is not legally public in every interior space. Florida's trespass statute, Section 810.08, makes it unlawful to willfully enter or remain in a structure without authorization, license, or invitation, or to refuse to depart after warning by an authorized person. A municipal building lobby may be open to the general public. The hallway leading to the mayor's private office is a controlled, non-public area. Crossing into that space without authorization creates trespass exposure, even though the building as a whole is government-owned and partially open to visitors. This threshold crossing is the single most important fact in the incident, because it is what explains every action taken by security and police from that point forward. It explains why the security officer was positioned where he was. It explains why police were guarding the hallway. It explains why the encounter was treated as a security event rather than a routine public visit. And according to the security officer, this is exactly the moment that Chuck Bronson's edited video does not show. The published footage does not include Warren Sapp crossing into the mayoral threshold. That omission is not a minor editorial choice. It removes the very conduct that triggered the security response and then presents the remaining footage, showing police and security in protective positions as evidence of corruption, hostility, or abuse. Here is what is equally important and equally absent from the published narrative. According to the security officer, neither Tampa police nor security escalated when Warren Sapp crossed that threshold. They exercised restraint. They simply directed him away from the area. He complied and left the hallway. No arrest was made, no force was used, no confrontation was manufactured by the officers. That point is operationally significant because it directly contradicts the narrative later published on YouTube. On the first-hand account, the actual response by city personnel was measured, controlled, and deliberately minimal, even after a line into a restricted area had been crossed. That is not what you would expect from officers accused of being corrupt, abusive, or looking for a confrontation. Once direct access to the mayor's office failed, the group allegedly pivoted into a Chapter 119 records request line of questioning. According to the security officer, this created a second phase of disruption. That pivot is a familiar pattern in the auditor ecosystem. Forced access or provocative entry first, public records rhetoric second. The records request is not the objective. It is the fallback position that provides legal cover for the confrontation that already occurred. Florida's disorderly conduct statute remains relevant in environments like this. Whether a specific incident satisfies the statutory threshold is fact-sensitive, but loud and escalating behavior inside a municipal executive office environment is not automatically insulated from disorderly conduct exposure merely because the speakers later invoke public records law. You do not get to create a disturbance and then retroactively immunize it by filing a records request on your way out. The pattern did not end with a single visit. According to the security officer, the group had also been at the building the preceding Wednesday, making this a 2-day operation, not a single spontaneous visit. They had visited another city facility the week before that, and as understood by the officer, TPD headquarters the week before that. That repeated visit context is analytically important. If the conduct was part of an ongoing pattern of engineered confrontation across multiple city facilities over multiple weeks, that fundamentally changes the characterization of the activity. This was not a citizen showing up to request a public record. This was a multi-site, multi-day content generation operation targeting Tampa Municipal Government, its police force, and its security personnel. Florida's stalking statute defines harass as a course of conduct directed at a specific person that causes substantial emotional distress and serves no legitimate purpose. Whether that threshold is met in any particular case depends on repetition, targeting, distress, and purpose. A single encounter might not satisfy the standard. A repeated pattern of visits, threats, and accusations aimed at the same officials or security personnel across multiple facilities and multiple weeks begins to raise that question in a way that a one-off encounter does not. And there were threats. According to the security officer, the group threatened to get both the TPD officer and the security officer fired. They then posted 2 separate videos on YouTube, claimed to possess additional footage, and presented the incident as an example of corrupt Tampa police officers and wrongdoing by city security. On the security officer's account, that portrayal was false, selectively edited, and designed to create a specific impression that does not match what actually happened. Let me now address the legal exposure that selective editing creates, because this is where the analysis becomes most consequential. Editing video is not illegal. Every content creator edits footage. Editorial compression is a normal and protected part of media production. But there is a legally meaningful distinction between editing for clarity and editing to create a false implication. When editing removes the conduct that triggered a response, specifically the threshold crossing into a restricted area, and then presents the remaining footage as proof that officers acted improperly, the issue is no longer editorial compression. It is the construction of a false narrative through deliberate omission. For defamation claims involving public officials or public figures, the governing standard is actual malice. That standard requires proof that a defamatory statement was published either knowing it was false or with reckless disregard for its truth or falsity. Where a publisher allegedly possesses footage showing what actually happened, deliberately omits the key conduct that explains the officer's response, and then publishes accusations of corruption based on the incomplete version, the question of whether that constitutes knowledge of falsity or reckless disregard for truth becomes a genuine legal issue rather than a hypothetical one. I am not making a legal determination. I am identifying the risk profile. And the risk profile for publishing selectively edited footage that accuses identifiable public employees of corruption while omitting the factual basis for their actions is materially different from the risk profile of publishing unedited documentary footage with editorial commentary. Now let me explain the business model, because understanding why these confrontations are structured the way they are requires understanding the economics. 2 revenue streams converge in the First Amendment audit ecosystem. The first is YouTube monetization. YouTube's partner program gives eligible creators monetization tools tied to audience engagement and watch time. In that economic model, calm compliance by government employees is low-yield content. Nobody watches a video of someone politely requesting a public record and receiving it without incident. Conflict, police presence, raised voices, accusations of corruption. Those are high-yield content elements that drive views, engagement, and revenue. The second revenue stream is litigation leverage. Florida's fee-shifting provision in Chapter 119 means that if an agency mishandles a records request, a successful enforcement action can recover attorneys' fees. That creates a financial incentive to generate records request encounters in environments where the probability of a procedural misstep by the agency is elevated and confrontational conditions increase that probability. Together, these create what we would describe as a dual-track monetization architecture. Confrontation content on the front end generates YouTube revenue. Litigation leverage on the back end generates potential legal settlements or fee recovery. In that ecosystem, the ideal encounter is not one where the record's request is smoothly fulfilled. The ideal encounter is one where something goes wrong, because that is what produces both high engagement content and potential litigation value. I want to briefly address the logo pixelation issue because it appeared in coverage and has been misunderstood. In the footage involving Warren Sapp, Bronson pixelated logos including Nike branding and a University of Colorado mark. That pixelation should not be interpreted as evidence that merely filming branded clothing was a copyright violation. The U.S. Copyright Office states that names, titles, slogans, and short phrases are not protected by copyright, though some logo artwork may contain protectable authorship. YouTube treats trademark and copyright as distinct policy lanes, with trademark focused on likely confusion regarding source, affiliation, or endorsement. Pixelating apparel logos is a defensive content management move to reduce complaint exposure or monetization friction on the platform. It is not an admission that incidental branded clothing was unlawful to show. The distinction matters because it has been cited as evidence of wrongdoing by the auditors, and the legal reality is more mundane. Let me now give you the net assessment. On the first-hand account of the security officer and the legal framework I have described, this was not a routine transparency exercise. It was a staged confrontation model that combined several distinct elements. An attempted no-appointment approach to the mayor's office based on celebrity name recognition rather than any right created by Chapter 119. Loud and escalating conduct inside a municipal executive office environment. Movement into a restricted threshold area leading to the mayor's office. Intimidation of staff who remained inside the office in fear. A fallback Chapter 119. Confrontation after direct access failed. Threats to get city personnel fired, and later publication of selectively edited videos accusing Tampa police and security of corruption while omitting the conduct that triggered the security response. Florida law protects records access. That protection is important and should be vigorously defended. But Chapter 119 does not entitle anyone, celebrity or otherwise, to force executive access without an appointment. It does not authorize entry into controlled municipal space. It does not override building security protocols. And it does not provide legal immunity for using selective editing to invert the factual record and accuse identifiable public employees of corruption they did not commit. Now, everything I have told you so far is based on the security officer's first-hand account and the legal framework. You should not take any single party's account at face value, including the security officer's. That is why what I am about to show you matters. We have acquired the original video footage recorded by the on-scene security officer and compared it directly against the edited footage published by Chuck Bronson. That side-by-side review identified material disparities in sequencing, context, and presentation. Most notably, the edited public footage does not fully reflect the operational reality visible in the security officer's original recording, including the movement toward the mayoral suite, Warren Sapp's crossing of the restricted threshold, the protective purpose of the security officer's positioning, and the restrained response by both security personnel and Tampa police despite escalating conduct. Where the edited video suggests hostility or impropriety by city personnel, the original footage shows a measured response to a loud, escalating, and security-sensitive encounter in a restricted executive office environment. Where the edited video omits the threshold crossing, the original footage captures it. Where the edited video frames the security officer's positioning as threatening, the original footage shows standard access control behavior oriented on protecting staff inside the mayor's office. We are publishing the security officer's original video for one reason: to place the full context before the public, correct material omissions created by selective editing, and allow you to assess the incident on the basis of a more complete factual record rather than a curated confrontation narrative. What you are about to see is the unedited security officer's video from inside the Tampa Municipal Office Building. Form your own conclusions. I am Sloan Mercer with the Veridion Group. Stay informed, stay prepared. I will see you next week.
How are you, sir? How are you, gentlemen? How can we possibly help you?
Mayor,
You getting a point, sir?
want to go talk to the assistant? Get around
Do you
here.
have an appointment?
No.
We're trying to make one.
Were you giving us a certification?
No, you didn't speak yesterday, remember? You pulled your hat down, you sat in the chair, and you put your back to us.
This is what they were talking
You don't need to talk to us today. You didn't want to talk yesterday, you don't need to talk today. Go sit in your chair over there and observe and report.
Is this a request of meeting? Do you have any other questions for me?
I didn't have any questions to begin with.
Well, then you can do the
I had a statement, actually, is what I had.
Then you can do the officer.
Don't suck. Then at S25, might want to do some research, chief.
You did a lot better shutting up yesterday.
We got any public record we can request right there.
All right. Now you'll give me a stamp sheet copy of that? Yeah. You are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Ready enough?
Should I make a copy of this and finish it for you?
Definitely. Oh, sure you are. Public records, man. You didn't know that, officer? Yeah, you don't know that? You don't know what you got, no? Stamp sheet.
Check him out over here with his personal phone.
Yeah, believe my father. So that's what your job allows you to do? No, you're gonna make a copy. You can go in that man's office and ask him to make you a copy. The secretary that won't come out?
No, so we don't have to immediately do that at this moment. You can request it, or you can come back.
I've already requested it in front of you. And you telling me what? You're not gonna make me a copy of that?
Sir, if you speak over to me.
No, I'm asking you a
What I'm
question.
saying is that you can come back for it. and we can
No. It's readily available with a copy machine. Let's get it done.
Well, that's not our policy.
Let's get it done. No, you, with the Florida law statute 119?
The policy is not to stand up at the moment and go run and make you a copy, but you're more than.
No, you're sitting on the phone. No, I'll wait right here for you to do it. How long is it gonna take you to make that copy? Yeah, you make a copy. Let's go. No, you have to. What else I'm gonna get you? Who's your supervisor?
Yeah, he's too busy playing with his camera to pay attention to his job.
Alex Restraint.
Write that down for me, please.
He's at district attorney.
Can you write that down for me, please?
He's at district
You can write his name down for me, please? And then make me a copy of that. Make me a copy of that, please?
Okay, so we're.
No, we're not. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
So we're gonna sit here and watch you not make me a copy of that? And how long is that gonna be?
To make you a copy.
Okay, all right. No, I'm not returning. I'm right here. I'm gonna sit right here in front of you. Lopez.
Very well.
All right.
Rivera was so much better down here. I'm
so glad.
I would like a copy of my public record request, please. Jesus Christ. You know what statute 119 is, sir?
You also have a chance to make a copy.
You know what statute 119 is?
Was that a no?
No, what?
Are you saying no?
What are you asking?
I've already answered.
What are you asking and answering for yourself here, Lopez? You want to repeat it? No. I would like you to make a copy of that for me,
I've
sir.
already informed you when I would do it.
When was that?
When you're going and I leave my post to be able to.
No, I'm gonna stay right here, Lopez. We're gonna see how long you sit at this post and not
Trying
give
to
me a copy
intimidate him or something?
of that. Sure, Lopez, and you can too, Lopez. That's your job. That's your job, Lopez. I would like a copy that says stamp received. Yeah, Lopez. That. You believe this guy?
Like, stop resisting and just obey, man, come on.
Comply. Comply.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
This is the public service we're
Straight up
getting
lazy,
to.
man.
Let's go live. Let's go live. Let's see how many people want to do this on Instagram 300 times. Let's go live with you, Lopez. Let's go live with Lopez. Hello, everybody.
Do you wish to?
You look at it, huh?
Or the other. Or down the hall, what do you do with it? No, sir, that's a security area, no, sir. There's a sign right there that says.
So you can't ring it?
It's not a doorbell.
Is that right there in the doorbell?
There's a sign right there that says stop.
No, it's got in the doorbell.
It's not right there. Prior to, it's not a doorbell.
Hey, Sarge, can you help me out real quick? I have your, master deputy or something like this. They made me, fill out a record request to speak with the mayor. I asked him to make me a copy of that, so I can have a copy for my records. He said he was using the previous place. He's gonna sit there on the phone.
Well, he can send his little doughboy over here, right? I mean,
It's more than one person.
there's some doughboys who can send this stuff here. It's his job.
Actually, it is.
It is. Actually, it is.
You actually read the Florida statutes, it is.
Well, write down your name, badge number, okay?
You work for the city?
Well, write down for
You
me.
get paid by the city?
No.
I'm gonna write it down.
Who pays signal?
I'm gonna write it down.
Doesn't matter.
For the public service.
You should get paid from the city.
Read this up.
Watch, we'll get your pay stubs for it.
Do we pay for your card?
Yup.
I said, that, well, we pay your salary, we didn't give you a card to hand to the people. You interact with the public. You don't have your body cam on interacting with the public either. Is that part of policy? Lopez?
Okay.
Doing big work over here, Lopez. I have to go do that, and I'll be at your face. Make me a copy. Didn't take all that. Just walk your ass over there and got me a copy in no time, right? This is unnecessary. Unnecessary. No. Florida statute 119.
Yeah, but you know, with
The law? The law? The law, what? What'd you say? we've already paid for the paper, the copy machine, and all that. You do realize that, don't you?
Not one page. Not one page. Yeah, so if we were getting a policy manual, yeah, there'd be a copy fee. But not for one page.
Yes, sir, right? You know what that sign says outside? Y'all are here to give our excellent service to make sure that the community is right outside. That ain't what this is.
This guy is like the complete opposite.
Because I stopped the sergeant. If I wouldn't have stopped you, Sarge, he was gonna sit
It was
here.
10 minutes
Was he
before
gonna
that,
move,
he was
man?
fighting.
Was he gonna move, brother?
We've been waiting for this copy for 10 minutes, at least 15.
Well, we're not gonna get to.
No, I thank you. I saw your stripes. I said, he got it. Really? We gonna do all that?
What?
In the city hall? At the front of the mayor's office?
Open government in the sunshine, right? That's what this is.
So I need to follow public record.
This is what
for
open
this
government
footage
is
right
like.
here.
I have a phone set up.
You know,
This is it. This is our open government right here.
I need you to write down your name and the company you work for, sir, and your supervisor.
Oh, I'm pulling all of his records.
Who that? You want?
Oh, I'm pulling all of his records, so it's cool.
You wanna write down, who your supervisor is and your name and his name for me, please?
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you. Who I contact about this man recording the private citizen at his job?
Yeah, I want that recording right there
It's
on my
insane.
phone.
It's insane. You got all these cameras in here, you pull out your camera for what reason?
Yup. After he sat like a little whack-a-mole over here in his chair yesterday, with his little beanie on, pulling it down.
That's
Camera.
That's classic. This man's got his phone recording private citizens.
Yup. I'm gonna get that video off that
I know
phone.
you are. Hey, babe.
Yup.
How you doing this morning? Hey, boy, it'll be all right if y'all acting a little better here with all these stop signs. What y'all hiding from, baby? You don't see him right here? You just passed 3. No.
I know, but this is
a
open
public
government.
building, baby. What you scared of? What y'all running from?
We're supposed to be in the sunshine here with
Y'all say
transparency.
y'all want to give excellent service so the community can be better, right?
It's not sunshine in here though. That's for sure.
All right, man. Oh God, you got to the weather report then. I love this. Now, you looking like you got to be kidding me right now, right?
What, man?
You set it on the thing here, then walk back down. Come on, like,
Independent.
come on, like you said,
Yeah, that's awesome.
sit down.
Alright.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother, for being a public servant. That's gonna do his job. Now, Lopez, raggedy ass. Let me get a pen there, Lopez. Let me write down all your information and your supervisor. Your name was Lopez and your badge number?
It's right there, sir. I wrote it down for you.
Right there?
It's right there. I wrote it down for you.
Right there? 673?
Yes, sir.
And your supervisor will be?
Sergeant Kristen, District 3.
Spell his name?
C-R-I-S-T-O-N.
C-R-I-S-T.
Kristen.
Kriston.
Yeah.
And that's Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Kriston. That's
District
District 3.
3.
3. And that location?
3808 North 22nd Street.
3808
North 22nd Street.
North
So where's the city manager located?
2nd Street.
City manager? Chief of staff? I'm assuming you mean chief of staff. That's what we call him in Tampa.
City manager?
We don't have a city manager. I think it's gonna be the same thing. I'm from
You got that
Miami.
information
Miami,
from
we
the
have city
supervisor?
managers, but not in Tampa here. It's chief of staff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Where's his office located? His office is located in this building.
No problem.
How do we get managers there?
Huh?
Managers here.
City
Would
manager?
you like to fill out a
Chief
request?
of staff, actually.
Oh, chief of
Would
staff.
you like to fill out a request for meetings?
I'd like to contact them and see if they're available now.
The proper procedure is gonna be through filling out the
You
request.
can't just contact them and ask them if they're
No, sir.
available.
No, sir.
You have a phone number to the office?
Is that a state statute saying you can't do that, or?
You don't have a phone number to that office up there?
I'm going to. I'm making a public records request now. I'm gonna ask for every single employee's email inside of this building. I want their email address. And I also want every office phone number that they have. So if they have an office phone number assigned to them, I want the office phone number.
All city requests will be to the clerk's office on the
So
third floor.
you're denying my public
No, sir,
records request.
I'm
You are.
doing-
You're denying my public records request. I just made a public records request verbally to a city employee. It's your job to take that request, forward it to who needs to have it, and send it to me.
I tell you, man,
I'm
I'm
sure
writing
that
it
you
down
know
the
that the law
other day.
states that it does
I'm
not
not gonna
report
tell you
to
right there,
police
down.
officer.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Show me. Show me. Pull it up and show me that. Pull it up and show me. Pull it up and show me. Okay, now I want your supervisor now. Now I want your supervisor here. No, I want your supervisor here now. If you're gonna deny my public records request, I'm gonna make a complaint on you and file the charges against you. I'm not playing this game. Like, this isn't how this plays. It's in public. Whatever your eyes can see, you can record. What is the problem here? When was your last in-service
Well,
training?
yeah, because we're on a different contract. I just, you want the office with these individuals?
Yeah, but your supervisor, yeah, that's what I'm gonna speak to. Lopez, Lopez. Lopez. That's a nice case, boss.
Thanks.
Sir, what's your name?
Last name Sherman, first name Steve.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Did you hear that? You got a Bad Boys song playing. That's a joke.
What was it?
What a joke. Too bad Rivera's not here anymore. He was such an intelligent employee, well-mannered, versed on the law, great to talk to. Yeah. I'm waiting for a supervisor now. I'm waiting for complaining about him. I'm done. I'm done with this. It's ridiculous.
Somebody needs to read the 119 statutes to him. The typical cop, man, cops don't know the law. You know, every cop we meet is ignorant of the law. They don't know traffic laws. They don't know a lot of stuff. Are you offering to tie it for me? Here, tie it.
He down there licking boots most of the time, so.
Have to bring that to your attention.
The way I like it.
You don't see nobody doing anything, why would you talk to somebody?
I wouldn't want to just let them fall.
Defamation is framed. Actual statutes, so you sort of protect.
Now, is, correct me if I'm wrong, is that your concern?
To get the job.
I don't know the job, I don't know the, I'm still running the
City center, very next day, after they get.
well, like, for instance, like, we call the one across the street there, that basically, like, we got at the city center. That's what's going on, at least but I know that is not technically.
Code
Oh,
enforcement, water department, IT.
That's right, significant government do.
I've always just gone with Santa from what they told me.
That's it, that says Operation Great Government.
Yeah, yeah, that was totally government. I didn't know that they actually called that one, because we don't have.
Is he on the way?
I requested him, I don't know if he's on his way.
You're not very intelligent. Or you have a conversation with you.
So you still in Tampa area?
No, my girl lives here and I was up here, came from there. Didn't I? No?
What's that?
No, I came from Chip. I got put on fire. That's what I meant. Yeah, go to
Which one of the local ones?
Yeah,
Which
Richard.
one charity?
Nick Richards.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Nick Richards. Yeah, Nick Richards. Yeah. I know Nick Richards.
I'm actually from Tampa, I'm very sorry.
Bad fan.
But,
Bad fan.
I was my All-Star fan.
Oh,
Because he's from-
I ain't seen him.
He's from right over
I ain't seen him. Both of
And so
them right
from
there.
watching All-Star, I like watching the Bays, it's my second favorite team, and obviously, so, yeah. Come on, you ain't gotta walk.
Look, he can't leave his post, but yet he just did.
No, I want to go to the I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you about a bad fan of mine that's up there in Chicago. I always got something. So, my other homeboy was hanging with me for years before I had him. So, I retired. I got out of my head.
Would you retire?
Oh,
wait.
yeah. So I looked at him. I said, "Man, what's up with your man? Man, I got a look on his face like, you know, he excited."
As he should be.
I said, hey,
So is Lopez taking your records request or not?
No, I'm waiting for his boss now. The supervisor's on the way. We don't want to do it, so I'll just make a complaint on him. They get a couple, 6-8 hours more training maybe, you know? We'll fix it.
This is funny. It's funny because I just played this weekend, so I was fucking with it. I told him, go be trying to get the kids. Go see this fucking video of me in Chicago State.
Oh, really? Recently?
Many times. I don't know about time. With that clown that jumped up at his head. Bigger, like that's crazy.
That's a guarantee that the in-service training has to be done. And typically, you only get this duty if you've done something wrong inside the department already. That's typically where they put these guys.
He's already
So,
kicked off
after
the
I
street.
reported, they're doing the fight song. And I said, the Bears have a fight song?
Yeah, we got the oldest fight song.
You ain't scored much against me, so I never.
Well, touche. Again,
So that was this shit.
That was good. That was.
No, I was at the pancake, bro. They didn't do this. They're saying this. And I'm sitting there, watch me. So I thought after they just finished saying, I looked back and I said, oh, that's song. They were like, yeah, every time we score. I said,
Never heard that one.
a couple times, but you know, I just didn't. No, I go up with the Bucks that day. Y'all put 42 on it that day. Yeah, beat the Bucks like 42. It was a couple years ago.
oh, okay.
Maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah, I had
42, 14, or something like that. I'm telling you, no.
Yeah, I think that was Max last year. That he was
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
Oh,
Besides
Blue
this year, that was last year.
Oh, blue aside. Blue aside. James throwing the damn ball everywhere. I left in the third quarter.
Wait.
I mean, this could have gone so much easier. I wouldn't even be, we wouldn't even be bothering us if we had just done that and then it would have been finished.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's kind of like you tell people when you're throwing them into the back of the car, if we would have just done this, we wouldn't be here. So, I mean,
Actually quite different.
no, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You make people follow the law, I'm making you follow the law. It's no different.
You don't know you got it right now with my public record report, Lopez?
No, he said police are immune from that, per the law.
Well, where can I find that
We're doing that
statute?
service specifically. They would refer you to a place where they have it
No,
readily available.
no. If you were putting somebody into the back of a police car right now and you were busy in an investigation, okay. I may buy that you may have an excuse to get out of it for 10 to 15 minutes until you're done with that, or to send another officer to deal with it. But you cannot just blatantly refuse to take a public records request.
Which actually nobody has refused.
You
Somebody-
did.
Yes,
You
you
refused
did.
it. You were standing right
You said
there.
it's not my job.
Not an investigation, not dealing with anything. That's what you were supposed to do. Write the public records request down, go, okay, it'll be to you when we get it, and then that would have been finished.
I know what you said.
We would have already been gone. But
But
now
what I
you're
did was
making
refer
us
you to the proper channel.
state.
No.
You are the
You
proper
are the
channel.
proper channel. Look
You
it up.
are.
The
Yeah,
one
you just don't
19
want to do it, which
statute
is a bad thing.
it specifically says that
Yeah.
every
All you need
employee
to do is write it down.
must do
Yeah.
this.
So bad.
It's not complicated. It's just a law. You just need to follow the law.
Why do you guys all think you're above the law?
He's immune. Immune. Is that what you said? Immune?
No, that's what he said.
No, you said immune.
I never used the word immune.
What you use?
I said we don't supply that immediate service as police officers.
I don't expect